Man, you never really know what silence sounds like until you're waiting for your best friend to take his last breath. It's a Tuesday afternoon here in the suburbs. Outside, the neighborhood is doing its usual thing. I can hear the neighbor's lawnmower buzzing a few houses down, some kids yelling while waiting for the school bus, the mail truck stopping and starting. Normal life, right? But inside our living room, it feels like the whole world has just stopped. Like someone hit the pause button on the universe, but left the volume on mute. I'm down here on the carpet, kneeling next to him. My knees are killing me, grinding into the floor, but I honestly don't care. I'd stay here for 100 years if it meant he'd wake up and lick my face just one more time. His name is Baxter. We call him Bax. And right now, looking at him, it's hard to reconcile his tired, heavy body with the chaotic ball of fur he used to be. He's lying on his favorite round bed, you know, the one with the dog prints all over it that we got at Target years ago. It's flattened out now, worn down from years of naps, but he never wanted a new one. Beside him, Mom set up this little electric candle. It's flickering with soft, fake yellow light, but in the dim room, it feels kind of holy, you know? Like a little vision. There's a sign in the background, leaning against the chair leg, asterisk, my kids have paws. Asterisk, Mom bought that at a craft fair. We used to tease her about it, calling her a crazy dog lady, but looking at it now, man, it just breaks me. Because it's true, he isn't just a pet, he's family, he's the hairy, four-legged younger brother I actually liked. That's breathing hard. It's the grunt, even sound that rattles deep in his chest. Every breath looks like a battle. His white and brown fur, usually so soft, looks kind of dull today. He's tired. You can see it in his eyes, even though they're mostly closed. He's fighting to stay with us, but his body is done. It's okay, buddy, I whisper, my hand resting on his neck. I can feel his pulse, faint and thready. You're a good boy. You're the best boy. Mom walks over. She's been pacing around the house all morning, cleaning things that didn't need cleaning, just trying to keep her hands busy so she doesn't fall apart. She's wearing her house clothes, looking exhausted. She stops by the toy bin and grabs his favorites. Here, baby, she says, her voice shaking just a little bit. She places them right by his nose. First, it's the Baby Yoda plushie. Man, he loved that thing. He used to carry it around by the ear, whipping it back and forth like he was taking down a Sith Lord. Then she puts the little pink one next to it. She arranges them so carefully, like she's tucking a kid into bed. It's such a mom move, you know? Even at the end, she wants to make sure he has his buddies. Bax lets out a long, heavy sigh. He tries to shift his head, but he can't really lift it. The carpet is too flat, maybe too hard for his old neck. Mom sees it immediately. She doesn't miss a beat. She grabs this soft blue fleece blanket from the couch. She folds it up once, twice making a perfect little pillow. She gets down on her knees, groaning a little bit because her back isn't what it used to be. and she gently lifts his head. Here we go, sweetie. Is that better? She asks him. She slides the blue pillow under his chin. Baxter settles into it, and you can practically see the relief wash over him. He doesn't have to hold his head up anymore. He can just let go. Mom strokes his cheek with her thumb, brushing away a little bit of eye booger. She's trying so hard to be strong for him, but I can see her lip quivering. I look at him, and suddenly, I'm not seeing this old, flying dog. I'm seeing him at 8 weeks old. I remember the day we brought him home. He was this tiny, shivering thing in a cardboard box.
Well, look
He
what we
peed on
have
this
here.
exact carpet 5 minutes
That's not
after
where we
walking
go,
in the
little
door.
guy.
Dad was so mad, talking about how this
Come
dog
on.
better not ruin the house. Two weeks later, Dad was letting Baxter sleep in the recliner with him while they watched football. That's the thing about dogs like Baxter. They don't just move into your house, they move into your heart, and they renovate the place. I remember the road trip to the Grand Canyon, Baxter's head hanging out the window for 6 hours straight, his ears flapping in the wind, drool flying everywhere. He looked so happy, like he owned the highway. I remember the time I went through that bad breakup in college and came home for the weekend. I laid on this floor, crying like a baby, and Bax just laid on top of me. He didn't move for 3 hours. He just let me soak his fur with tears. He didn't ask questions. He just offered his weight and his warmth. That's what they do. They absorb your pain, so you don't have to carry it all alone. And now, I can't do the same for him. I can't take this away. I can only sit here and watch him leave. He's getting closer, Mom whispers. She stands up and steps back a little, giving him space, or maybe giving herself space because it hurts too much to be that close. I keep petting him. Long, slow strokes down his spine. You can go, Bax. It's okay, I tell him, even though every cell in my body wants to scream at him to stay. Go catch some squirrels. Go find Grandpa. We'll be okay. His breathing changes. The rhythm breaks. It's called Cheyne-Stokes breathing. I looked it up on Google last night when I couldn't sleep. It's the sign. The pauses between breaths get longer. 1 second. 2 seconds. 3. And then a gasp. The room is so quiet. The candle flickers. The baby Yoda stares blankly at the wall. And then, there's one last exhale, a long one. It sounds like a tire finally letting out all its air. His body, which had been tense with the effort of simply existing, just melts. The tension in his jaw releases. His paws go slack. He's gone. For a second, nobody moves. We're all just frozen in this weird, sacred space between life and death. I keep my hand on his chest, waiting for a beat that I know isn't coming. He's gone. Now, my voice sounds wrecked. Mom turns away, covering her mouth with her hand to stifle a sob. She walks toward the dining room table, maybe to get a tissue, maybe just to look around. I stay there for a minute longer. I I lean down and kiss his forehead. He smells like fruit, you know that corn chip smell dogs get? I'm gonna miss that smell so much. I stand up, and my legs are numb. The reality of it starts to hit me like a physical punch in the gut. The house is officially empty. No more greeting at the door. No more clicking nails. No more warm weight at the foot of the bed. I pull my phone out of my pocket. The screen seems too bright in the dim room. I have to make the call. I can't go into work today. I can't sit in a cubicle and pretend like my world didn't just collapse. I dial my boss's number. It rings twice. Hey, Mike, I say, trying to keep my voice steady but failing miserably. Yeah, it's me. Look, I can't come in today. No, I'm not sick. It's my dog. Yeah, Baxter. He just passed. Yeah,
She's
thanks,
gone.
man. I appreciate it.
I don't know what to do without her.
I hang up
It
and
hurts
toss the
so
phone on the
much.
couch. I look back at the dog bed. Mom has covered him up with the rest of the blue blanket now, just leaving his face exposed. He looks peaceful. He really does. Like he's just sleeping in on a Sunday morning. The pain is gone. The arthritis is gone. The struggle to breathe is gone. They say all dogs go to heaven, or cross the rainbow bridge, or whatever you want to believe. I hope it's true. I hope right now, he's young again. I hope he's running through a field of tall grass somewhere, with the wind in his face and a limitless supply of peanut butter. I look at the "My kids have paws" sign one last time. Good night, Baxter, I whisper into the empty room. See you on the other side, buddy. I blow out the candle. The room goes dark, but the silence is louder than ever.